Mason. That's all I need you for.
Mason, Nadia, and Carter risk everything to save one of their own as the identity of the mole is revealed. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I am reviewing episode number 6, the explosive season finale of Citadel. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. And so this is a crazy episode. I'm going to be honest, I was watching on my computer, talking to somebody, and I missed the last portion, or at least what was being said over most of it. So I didn't figure out what happened until I was back cutting this video, and oh my goodness. So just to review, after rescuing Carter, Manticore revealed their plan to have Mason help steal components of 5 secret Russian nuclear missiles, while revealing the cost of not doing so would be the life of Mason and Nadia's 8-year-old daughter. And with that, let's take a look at the season finale. Okay, love me some flashbacks. Here we go again. Okay, that's little Mason. Okay, flash forward.
If you're living in your grandmother's home, you're not staying in bed past noon.
Okay, still little Mason.
I miss him.
Is my mom coming back soon?
Okay, so talking about his family here and why he's doing what he does.
You know how I ended up a spy? I was 5 years old and my dad died and my mom left.
Okay, that's interesting information. Not really sure what that's getting to there. It's sort of like looking in the mirror and seeing who you are. Okay, back to present day, and our heroes have been captured.
If you want us to even begin to consider what you're asking, show us the girl is safe.
That's a reasonable request. So that looks to be their daughter.
Brief. Within the hour, our stealth jet will fly you over the Pacific.
Wow, their timing is just downright.
Born jump, get inside and retrieve the 5 nuclear cores from the dead hand missiles.
So they're going to jump from a plane onto a submarine.
It's Mason's credentials. He made the jump, installed his biolock.
You have to give them some respect.
Has been red cell authorized. Our target is Russia's dead hand sub. We're hacking into an...
Okay, they have red cell missions. What are those supposed to be?
Itinerary. You want to place this between the main and the backup power relays.
Okay.
You know where she is.
She's in Berlin.
She's not in Berlin.
She's in Berlin.
Where is she, Grace?
All right, so they were hiding her from him.
We'll have to manually override control of the nuclear cores.
Manually override a nuclear device.
Okay, that's great since he doesn't really know what he's doing.
Mason, are you ready? Ready. Hacking into the dead hand firewall.
Okay, so they're going to intercut these 2 missions, it looks like.
You should see the dead hand.
Man, just leaping right out of that plane. Holy cow.
Biometrics locked in.
Well, that was easy. I mean, come on.
Secondary protocol interrupted.
Okay, so he did something to affect the ship. And now he's going to have to jump and do it again.
Why didn't I deserve to know about Asha?
Good question.
You're reaching peak altitude. The sub will breach directly beneath you.
All right, now hold position.
And you know the interesting thing? She did not actually answer him.
Kyle, hang on. Launching tether line.
Okay, that's a pretty cool little sequence right there. gotta love when good guys and bad guys work together.
Tier 1 operator. Mason Kane. Identified.
Okay, so whatever he did before, they needed him to undo
That's
it.
all I need you for.
And then he gets betrayed by the bad guy, obviously. Oh, God. Love her. Love her.
Status report.
Did you really think you could kill my brother without any repercussions?
Ah, he knows.
Carl, Davik just started the dead hand launch sequence. You need to get the cores now.
So he's planning on taking out Manticore.
I would send that submarine plummeting inverted into the depths of the Mariana Trench.
Okay. Boy, she is so cold. Oh, out of nowhere comes Nadia for the knockout. Okay, this first section, getting us started here. Lots of information. Not a lot of time to talk about it, so I probably will at the end. But, of course, flashbacks. Okay, love flashbacks. They've done it too much in this series, but we got to see little Mason and sort of what, how his life got started. Okay, his father was killed, mother left. Then he is needed. Mason today is needed for Manticore to steal these nukes because he had actually run a mission and he made it so only he could get on that sub.
Here. Thanks. Plan's still the same? Raise my body temperature to match the launch rooms?
Okay, now she's going to get the
106 degrees to match the launch room temp, or the system will detect your heat signature and lock down the warheads.
get the core of the warheads.
4 minutes to launch. Each missile should deactivate once you remove the cores.
Is there really a use if you take the core? I mean, I guess if you have the real another missile. Dude, just shoot him. Shoot him. Oh, that should have caused some issues.
Kyle, you have to fight back.
Who does he remind me of? He reminds me of... That's not Malcolm Jamal Warner, is it? It can't be.
Kyle, backstop erases your memories, but it doesn't erase your skills.
Okay, that's good to know. I had thought it did.
Yes, launch is disabled. Kyle, listen to me. You are still Mason King.
Okay, so he just doesn't have the memories. He still keeps his skills. I had thought that maybe he had lost any skills, any training.
Her heart stops.
Got it.
Inject her now or she dies.
Hang in there.
Okay, so she got the cores. Now she has to be saved.
Kyle, I have Russian bombers 60 miles out, fast approaching.
And they have to get off of that ship. Okay, so they're getting picked up.
Dead hand is locked down.
Then why doesn't Citadel have operational control of the missiles?
Because I do.
Okay, so that's why they needed him.
Secondary protocol interrupt. Only I can unlock it. I'll give it to you right now if you tell me where she is.
Man, I just don't understand.
You need help. You have lost her, you understand? And if you're not careful, you're gonna lose yourself too.
I mean, why didn't they show us some of this other stuff?
Christoph says to meet under the overpass at the City of Arts and Sciences.
They've shown so much other stuff in flashbacks.
We're arriving from the south entrance.
And where are the nuclear cores?
They have the cores with them.
All right, so we're making the exchange.
And our entire mission. Let's get the cores and see how pleased they are with you.
All right, so she's trying to prove herself too. Oh, there's the daughter. Okay. All right, so they rescued her. There was a nice little fight there, and she fell into his arms. I had my video messed up there, my audio. That's why we didn't get to see the fight happen. I had to cut it out. But basically, there was a fight there, and she fell, and he caught her. But to me, the big thing here is the evil English ambassador. I've been calling her English, mean British ambassador. She still has to prove herself, it looks like. She seems to be very high up in Manticore, but that conversation she just had there seems to suggest she still has to prove herself. And of course, now we'll see what happens, that they didn't get the cores.
Look at that.
Okay, not sure what that was.
And Nadia was there.
Okay, so that's a flashback.
That's your daughter.
Okay, and where's Stanley Tucci?
I thought you might want that too. It's a round-trip ticket to Spain.
Okay, so he found her.
I don't know, sweetheart. I want to find him.
Will he be okay?
And so now we're back in modern day.
There's always repercussions for failure, my dear.
Okay, so they didn't get the nuclear cores.
The key is to adapt before they arrive.
Okay, so she's leaving her house. And her house goes boom. That's very interesting.
This used to be our home.
Did it go boom because she made it go boom, or did Manticore make it go boom?
Dad!
Hendrix.
Oh, the plot thickens. Here comes another daughter. And this woman that I just do not trust.
Let me see. How is that his wife?
Okay, a little bit of shock. By the way, that's not Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Everyone, this is Abby and Hendrix.
Nadia putting 2 and 2 together and actually getting 4.
Your activation vial. Orally had me create a backup server.
Okay, of course they had a backup.
I have to.
Why?
They always have a backup. Come on now.
Time for me to meet Mason Kane.
Okay. See what Mason has for us. Really, in the back of the neck like that? Ugh.
My mom coming back soon?
I was 5 years old and my dad died and my mom left.
Okay, so this is going back to what we saw at the start.
I've lost everything I've ever cared about. I won't lose you. I lied to you.
I lied to you.
Okay, lots of lying going on.
What are you thanking me for? I only looked where you told me to look.
Okay, so someone else helped.
How did you know where she was?
All right, and I had to get rid of the sound on that. Okay. I'm just going to say, I mentioned to start with, all that was very interesting. I do find it a little crazy that they did keep a copy, basically, of his memories somewhere else, and so they could restore it. I'm glad they did. We get to see some good stuff. But I'm just going to tell you all, and I said this to start with, when I first saw this, I was watching this and talking to somebody on the computer, and I was sort of watching and sort of halfway listening, and I didn't hear most of what is getting ready to happen. And I was absolutely out of my mind when I figured out. Oh my God.
It's a long time since I've had Someone to pour lemonade for.
Oh, she's so creepy. Ugh.
I've watched you all these years. It's amazing what you've accomplished, who you've become.
Okay.
But you do look just like him.
Oh my God. I just got chill bumps again. She is his mother.
Citadel won't tell you where she is. It's your own agency.
She is his mother. Oh my God.
And I'll find her for you.
Thank you.
What a freaking twist.
You love most? I woke up from a dream when the first explosion hit.
And now he's asking her for help. Oh my God.
He was next to me, Thomas. Already in flames.
So that was his dad's death.
They grafted from every part of me.
And she survived. Wow.
It wasn't my home any longer.
What about your son?
God. I've got chills right now running all over me.
What about him?
Was he yours any longer?
Ooh, he's got some emotion there.
Am I still yours, Mother?
Goodness. Cold.
I didn't lose it. I buried it.
The Queen's English isn't something you bury.
Okay, so he wasn't wanting to.
He said
come out
it
and
was a
speak English.
far-right Serbian terror cell that set off 2 car bombs.
Okay.
It wasn't a car bomb that destroyed that building, but 3 air missiles.
Oh my God. Citadel killed his dad.
Stating Citadel's intent to launch airstrikes on a Serbian terror cell.
Oh, Citadel doesn't seem to be very nice.
But the thing is, they had the wrong coordinates. So instead of decimating a
Oh no. Oh my God.
terrorist compound, they killed 157 men, women, children, and infants.
Including your dad.
Unchecked, amoral, murderous spy agency get away with taking the man I loved.
Wow, she is angry. I would be too.
You have access to Citadel's secrets.
So now she's trying to take them out.
Give me Citadel's secrets and I'll bring it to the High Court in the...
Oh my. That's all I can say is oh my.
We can finally get justice for your father, for you.
Oh, that got his attention.
I've just transferred the list. All Citadel agents, real identities.
Oh, that's how the list got out.
Take them out.
It's because of Mason. He's the mole and the traitor. But why was he gonna get killed too?
We were double-crossed by one of our own, who transferred the names of all the Citadel spies into the wrong hands.
Or was she confident he would get out of that?
Where'd you get this?
Mason Kane.
Holy crap-a-moles, guys. Holy crap-a-moles. Holy jeez. Let me think for a second. All right. Wow. That section is one of the most stunning sections of clips I've seen in years, because I'll be honest, didn't see that one coming. Okay. And I'm usually decent at, figuring a few things like that out. Totally blindsided me here with this revelation that evil British ambassador lady is actually Mason's mother. Okay. So with that finishes our recap. And so with that, we're going to move on to the review. And I'm going to try to keep it short, although this is the season finale. I do want to talk about a couple extra things real quick, but this is going to get us into the review. I'm going to talk about positives, negatives, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw it in there from the episode, from the season, everything together, and see how everything falls and go from there. And then we'll get out of here. Now, first thing, I don't know whether it's a positive or a negative, but did you all know Citadel has actually been renewed for a second season? It is bad, and it got renewed for a second season. I can't believe it. I saw that and had to look twice. So I guess it's positive. I will say for these last 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes I have enjoyed more than the first 3 episodes. So maybe it's something that's going to build as they go along. Maybe the next season will get better. Sort of now that they've revealed sort of the big secret. You know, we all thought the big secret basically was last week when it was revealed that Mason and Nadia had a daughter. That wasn't even close to being a big secret. Now, of course, we know that evil British ambassador lady is Mason's mother, and that he is the mole, and he gave her the information that caused all of the Citadel agents to get wiped out, because Citadel was responsible for killing his father, and she is bitter about it. I would be bitter about it too, but man alive, I can't believe that. I haven't been blindsided this bad maybe since Luke, I am your father. I know it's not exactly what it was said, but you know, that it's one of those moments in TV that just is shocking. I still have chill bumps sitting here talking about it now. And the problem is the level of reveal is so big, and this is a little bit of a negative, that it doesn't match with the big moments early in the series. You know, to me, a really good series, you've got lots of big moments, really good moments all throughout the season, not just at the end. You know, you need a great wrap up. Okay, once you get into that third act, you need to hit lots of home runs, and I think pretty much they did hit some home runs here. And so these last 3 episodes have been really good. I'm going to give this episode probably a B+. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I'm grading this episode a B+. Not quite to an A level, but man, I enjoyed it. It checked all the boxes for me. But the other thing with that, and this is a positive, is I talk a lot about in shows like this, and fantasy shows and sci-fi shows and things like that, where you have a villain. The villain needs to be big and bad, and you need to know that there's something on the line. And the bigger, the badder the villain, the more important the hero is. And so Manticore has been the big bad villain and the evil British ambassador woman. And so with that, now we get to sort of see their side of the story. And now there's some sympathy that's going to go there. Manticore was responsible for killing his dad, injuring mom, separating them for years. And so with that, you basically have a situation here where everything is sort of skewed in your mind about the bad guy, okay, and what's going on. And so I'm going to be interested, since there is going to be a second season, I'm going to be interested to see where they go with that, okay. I give them big kudos for doing this. We still need to see how bad Manticore can be. Yes, they killed all the Citadel agents, but are they really willing to blow up somebody with a nuclear weapon? You know, I'll be interested to see that question answered. A little bit of a negative, we brought the rest of the family back in. We don't know what. I can't remember their names. I'm sorry. But the one woman who was the agent that he married, it makes you wonder what else is going on there. All is not what it seems. I think that's pretty obvious. Along with that, you know, Nadia did not answer him when he asked why he deserved to have his daughter withheld from him. And I think that's probably something that's going to be revealed at a later time too, because I mean, imagine that, withholding that info from your kid's parent. Now, question I would have is, did she figure out that he was betraying Citadel? Okay, that's a possibility, okay, but we'll have to see what happens there. Loved the fight on the sub. Loved the basically the spycraft and the sneakery of raising her heart rate or raising her body temperature so that Nadia could go into that temperature controlled room. Okay, I thought that was excellent. I thought it was really good, well thought of there. A little bit of a negative, of course, for still having his memories backed up somewhere. And overall, too, I sort of like the way they filmed there at the end. Evil British ambassador lady, when she had given the names and she was just sort of filmed standing there looking out, I guess, over the city, and sort of you've got to think, what was she really thinking there? Okay, you probably think she's thinking about revenge. Was she thinking about Mason? Lots of things go through my head there, and so I think that's important to point out. Now, y'all know I have been very critical of this series so far. 6 episodes, like $300 million. I think it's been wasted money. One of the big issues I have had, and it's still in this episode, as much as I like this episode, I continue to feel zero chemistry between Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Richard Madden. And that is so disappointing to me. They just look like they're reading line there with each other. There's no real connection to me. And so, I think both of them in their own series would be quite excellent playing Citadel agents. But together, they need to have that chemistry when you're trying a story like this. And I just feel like they're two totally different people that's been thrown together, and there's nothing there. And I know some of you might feel differently, but that has really stuck with me since day one, basically, of the series. So that is my big disappointment of the series. And probably my second disappointment is I love flashbacks, but there's just way too many in this series. For 6 episodes, basically you had 3.5 hours of Citadel. They just did way too much in flashbacks. It was hard to follow, and they didn't really fill in the story like I like them to do with flashbacks. So they really did that way too much. And although I love the globetrotting, I never really got a feeling they were actually in those countries. Okay, I never got. It sort of seemed all fake to me, and I don't know how they filmed, but it just lots of fake things, lots of CGI type deals. It seemed like to fill in countries, and so I just leave the entire series. While I give this episode a B+, and probably this last 3 episodes combined a B, I'm giving the whole series C-. It just is not good overall. Those first 3 episodes were probably D range if I were to go back and look at them again. At least low C-, and this does not pull them up that much. Okay. So with that, Citadel has come to an end. We're going to move into another show. Just to let you know what's coming up. Starting very soon, we're going to have Heartstopper. We're going to do the first season, which is 8 episodes. That should run us 8 weeks right into season number 2. So if you're interested in what we're going to be adding on to the channel, that is probably the newest show that we're going to start taking a look at. Now with that, I hope everybody has enjoyed the review of Citadel. Please go out, hit that subscribe button, help us get to 400 subs, hit that like button. Just absolutely smash it, and leave some comments. What did you think about the big reveal in this episode? And let's talk about it. So leave some comment, and have a great day, and I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.